Okay, today we're going to talk about law of sines and law of cosines. Law of sines and law of cosines. Law of sines first. Law of sines can be used to solve a triangle if you know the measures of two angles and any side. Law of sines can be used to solve a triangle if you know the measures of two angles and any side. So here's the law of sines. If triangle ABC has lengths A, B, and C, lowercase a, lowercase b, lowercase c, representing the sides, and angles capital A, capital B, capital C, then the sine of angle A over the length of side A is going to be equal to the sine of angle B over side B, which would be equal to the sine of angle C over side C. And that's for a triangle that would be undo that B don't go there, it goes here, and lowercase c. And what the law of sines does, it simplifies the entire triangle into a proportion problem. So let's say you're asked to find x and y. To the nearest tenth. And we get this triangle. ABC. And we get a 97-degree angle, a 21-degree angle, Side BC is 16. Here's the X, and here's the Y. So the law of sines can be used when you know two angles on any side. The first thing you want to do when you're solving this triangle problem is find the third angle. So take 180 minus 97 minus 21. All right, so angle B is 62 degrees. Then you want to pick an angle where you know the side length across from it. You pick an angle where you know the side length across from it. So that's angle A here because the side opposite of A is 16. So we can say that the sine of 97 over 16 is equal to, I'm going to solve for X first. So the sine of 97 over 16 is going to equal the sine of 21 over the side opposite of it, which is this X. Okay? And then we're going to crisscross multiply to solve for X. So if you take sine 97 times X, you get sine 97 X equals 16 times sine 21. That's what you do in your calculator. So take 16 times 21 sine, hit equals 5.73. That's crisscross products. If you divide both sides by sine 97 now, the sine 97s on the left will cancel, and your X is equal to, the 5.73 is still sitting on your screen, so all you have to do is push divided by 97 sine, hit equals, and 5.78 to the nearest tenth, that's 5.8. And now we're going to do the same thing for side Y. All right? We're going to use this original given angle, and we're going to say sine 97 over 16 equals, now we're using the angle opposite of side Y. So that's going to be sine 62 over the variable y, which is what we're trying to find. So that's your second proportion. Your technique is the same from here out. You take sine 97 times y, and you make it equal to 16 times sine 62. $14.13. You divide both sides by sine 97. These will cancel, and your y is equal to 14.23 to the nearest tenth, 14.2. So here's your x, here's your y. Fairly simple, huh? You got to know two angles and you got to know a side. Two angles and a side in order to use law of sines. Two angles and a side. So let's do another one. Here's our triangle. ABC. Angle A is 78. Angle B is 60. Side BC is 8. We need X and we need Y. So that first step was to find angle C. So 180 minus 78 minus 60 leaves you with a 42. You pick a given angle and side. So we're going to say sine 78. What's sine 78 going to go over? The 8 equals, we'll solve for X first. So sine 60 over X. And then if you want, I'm going to write the other proportion right now. I'm going to do the sine 78 over 8 again. The next, to solve for y, we're going to now use which angle measure? To solve for y, which angle measure? The 42, good. And it goes over y. So then we got sine 78 times x equals sine 60 times 8. .93. Going to divide both sides by sine 78. And our x will equal 7.08. That's 7.1. In the second proportion, sine 78 times y is equal to sine 42 times 8. 5.35. Dividing by sine 78 again. .47, which is 5.5. There's my y. There's my x. And we solved the triangle. We know all the angle measures. We know all the side lengths. Fairly simple, huh? Write a proportion, crisscross multiply, and solve. When you're given two angles and one side. Two angles, one side, law of sines. Two angles and a side, law of sines. All right, so when you're given or we're going to say you can use law of cosines if you know the measure of two sides and the included angle. Two sides and the included angle. This one's a little more lengthy. For triangle ABC, where your vertices are capital A, B, and C, and your sides are lowercase a, B, and C, respectively, across from A squared plus B squared. Nope, check that. A squared. Side A squared is equal to side B squared plus side C squared minus 2 times side B times side C times the cosine of angle A. A squared, this side squared, is equal to